Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best 75-inch TVs.
Starting at number 5.
Samsung QN90C Neo. Given the wide praise given its S95C OLED offshoot, it should come as no surprise that the Samsung QN90C QLED TV is a stellar option at the 75-inch range. Given that it is among the best 75-inch TVs, don't expect it to come cheap though, as pricing will usually sit around $2,199. At least you're getting quite the tech stack on that sticker price, with a Delta E at 2.2 and a Rec 709 gamut at 99.77, meaning colors are vibrant and lifelike as ever. HDR performance is also not too shabby on the QN90C, which can hit a peak HDR luminance of 1987 nits, and colors still look crisp thanks to a UHD P3 gamut of 95.81. The QN90C uses a 120Hz refresh rate, meaning gaming will still be just as stellar on this display. Plus, the inclusion of an ATSC 3.0 tuner means you gain access to next-gen TV, if that's your cup of tea. Audio is also a real banger thanks to the 60W speaker built on a 4.2.2 channel system, so everything from Michael Bay explosions to the squeaking of Ratatouille will be bombastic as they are crisp.
Coming at number 4.
LG C4 OLED. There's no denying that the new LG C4 OLED is a masterclass performer, one that brings the specs at a value that suits most TV buyers. It's easily slotted in as one of the best TVs despite only just releasing several months prior, showing promise in everything from its HDR output to gaming chops. Though the LG C4 might slouch in its SDR brightness, hitting a peak of just 296 nits, it makes up for that in a high 1049 nits of HDR brightness. An input lag of just 9.2 milliseconds while using Game Boost also keeps gamers in the head of the action, ensuring you never miss a beat even in those fast-paced experiences like Armored Core 6. It also sports relatively high color accuracy with a Delta E of just 1.8201. This ensures all of your favorite animated content looks just as good as the conventional movies and shows. All built on an OLED panel, the LG C4 is an absolute must-have aided in its abilities thanks to LG's proprietary WebOS interface.
At number 3.
TCL QM8 Mini. As among the best 75-inch TVs, the TCL QM8 Mini LED TV makes itself known by casting a wide gamut through stellar brightness, gaming specs, and an interface led by none other than Google. With a 120Hz refresh rate and all the necessary screen-tearing technologies, you won't be left in the dust when playing fast-paced shooters like Call of Duty, Warzone. The QM8's Mini LEDs also ensure you get the best possible blend of blacks and color where necessary. Measured by our trusted testers, it sports a Delta E of 3.2, which directly relates to its color accuracy, making its vibrancy pop for animated content like the Mario movie and beyond. Plus, both standard and HDR brightness are remarkable at 1348 nits and 2201 nits, respectively. Glare be gone. In tandem with being among the best 75-inch TVs, the QM8 is also marked as one of the best TVs under $1,000. It's an easy pick for those looking to get a phenomenal image at a steep value.
Number 2 of my list.
Samsung S95C OLED. The Samsung S95C OLED remains the king in the OLED domain among best 75-inch TVs, and it shows. You might be paying into quite the premium, given its meteoric $3,599 price point, but with it you're generating serious gains in your home cinema experience, namely the highly praised One Connect box for wireless TV connectivity. Samsung's also no stranger to impeccable gaming. Through its onboard Game Bar 3.0, you can expect to play cloud gaming thanks to Xbox and NVIDIA GeForce Now integrations. It's made all the better if you own a next-gen system, like the Xbox Series X, as you'll be able to hit 4K/120 FPS via its 4 total HDMI 2.1 inputs, and the 9.2 milliseconds of input lag means you're staying well ahead of the curve. The Samsung S95C is one of the very few TVs we've gifted a perfect score, and rightfully so. Unlike many other models, beyond just the 75-inch range, the S95C sports incredible audio thanks to its immersive 70W speaker built on a 4.2.2 channel system.
And number 1.
Hisense U8N Mini. Taking up after last year's U8K, which we also adored for many of the same reasons, the new Hisense U8N Mini LED TV proves to be a stunner for several underlying facets, namely an expert price-to-performance ratio. For just $2,000, typically down to as low as $1,500 when on sale, the U8N makes itself known as a worthwhile investment with loads of potential. While it only comes equipped with 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, it makes up for this slight with a 144 Hz refresh rate and support for both FreeSync and G-Sync. You'll also be gaming at breakneck speeds like the rest of them thanks to a 13.1 milliseconds input latency, which could be lower but is at an acceptable range for most gamers. This makes the Hisense U8N one of the most brilliant gaming TVs, especially for those running newer consoles like the PS5 and Xbox Series X. You'll also be pleased to note that the U8N has some of the highest brightness specs we've ever tested, with a phenomenally high HDR brightness of around 3400 nits.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.